Hello everyone, my name is Maria and today I'm going to explore an important social shift. Why more couples are choosing a child-free life. This topic is deeply connected to declining birth rates, changing societal norms, and personal choices. While the idea of family has traditionally revolved around marriage and children, we are now seeing more people question that expectation. So what's driving this shift? And what does it mean for the future of families? Let's dive in. To start, I want to share a personal perspective. My mother was one of 5 siblings, and my father one of 6. I am actually my father's 8th child. Growing up in a large family, it was normal to see relatives with multiple children, and I used to assume that having a big family was just what people did. However, as I've gotten older, I've noticed a pattern. While my older siblings have had children, the younger generation, including my cousins and my peers, are all having fewer, or in some cases, like my own, no children at all. This change isn't just happening in my family. It's part of a larger global trend. In the US and many other countries, birth rates are declining, and more couples and individuals are choosing to remain child-free. So what's behind this shift? Let's explore. So we just looked at a chart highlighting the steadily declining rates of births in the United States. But before we go any further, let's define what it means to be child-free. Some couples are child-free by choice, meaning they actively decide not to have children. Others are childless, meaning that they may want children but face barriers such as infertility. The key difference here is choice. Today, more people are making the conscious decision that parenthood is not for them, despite society's expectations. Historically, having children was seen as an essential part of adulthood and family life. But with changing values and priorities, more people are realizing that happiness does not have a one-size-fits-all definition. So why are more people choosing a child-free life? Well, there isn't just one reason why people are making this choice. There are several, and they often overlap. Let's look at some of the most common ones. Economic considerations, like raising a child in the US, costs on average over $300,000. For many, the financial burden of childcare, education, and healthcare is a major factor in choosing to remain child-free. Student loan debt and the high cost of housing also makes parenthood less feasible and accessible for younger generations. Lifestyle priorities. Some couples prioritize flexibility, career growth, travel, or personal hobbies. Raising children requires a long-term commitment that not everyone is willing or able to make. Environmental and ethical concerns. Some people worry about overpopulation, climate change, and the impact of bringing a child into an uncertain world. Others have ethical concerns about the pressures and challenges of modern society. And finally, there's changing social norms. Decades ago, getting married and having kids was the expected life path. Today, there's less pressure to conform to traditional family values. More people are choosing alternative lifestyles that align with their personal values rather than society's expectations. Each of these factors contributes to the growing number of child-free couples. And as we continue to see declining birth rates, this trend is likely to continue. So what are some challenges faced by child-free couples? Despite this shift, choosing a child-free life isn't always easy. Many couples face challenges both socially and legally. For one, there's a social stigma and judgment. Even though child-free living is more common, people hear comments like "you'll regret it later" or "who will care for you when you are old." Family members may pressure couples to have children, assuming they will change their minds over time. There are also relationship pressures that not all couples agree on the decision to remain child-free. If one partner changes their mind, it can create tension or even end a relationship. And there are legal and financial differences as well. Many policies, including tax benefits and workplace leave policies, favor parents. Estate planning also looks different for those without children, as they must consider alternative beneficiaries and long-term care plans, plans that are often expected, caregiving plans that are often expected to be taken on by biological children. While these challenges exist, society is gradually adapting to the needs of child-free couples. So how is society adapting to child-free couples? As the number of child-free couples grows, we're seeing changes in several areas of society. Workplace policies. Some policies are expanding benefits beyond parental leave, offering better work-life balance for all employees. And also in media representation, TV shows, movies, and social media are now portraying child-free families more positively and thus helping to reduce the stigma. And housing and lifestyle trends with fewer people having children, we're seeing an increase in housing developments and communities designed for adults without kids. Many child-free couples also invest in pets, travel, and hobbies instead of traditional family expenses. These adaptations suggest that the child-free movement is not just a passing trend, but a lasting shift in how we define family and personal fulfillment. So in conclusion, here are some key takeaways. What does it all mean? The idea of family is evolving. More people are realizing that happiness doesn't have to come from parenthood. Some find fulfillment in raising children while others don't, and both choices are valid. The growing number of child-free couples is shaping the future of society from workplace policies to economic structures. Now I'd like to hear from you. Since I'll be posting this project to the discussion board, I'm open to your thoughts. Do you think society fully accepts child-free living? Why or why not? And what factors do you think contribute the most to our declining birth rates? Let's start a conversation.